Tony was one of my first interviews that I did in 2010 when I launched the African History Network show. And we're celebrating our 13th year anniversary. First launched March 10th, 2010, the African History Network show. And many people know Tony is the author of one of my favorite books, and we use it in my online history classes. I teach Nile Valley Contributions to Civilization. If you don't have this book, you have to get this book, okay? Nile Valley Contributions to Civilization by Tony Browder. So we want to have this conversation. I was talking to Tony yesterday, Friday, and today. We want to have this conversation dealing with why Nile Valley civilization history matters. And we're going to talk about some African queens, and also with Queen Cleopatra, we're going to put this in a historical context as well. All right. So, Tony, let people know just briefly some of your historical background and some of your research.
Well, I am formally trained as an artist, a graphic designer. My interest in history was piqued on February the 21st, 1977. That was probably before some of your listeners were born. That was when I met Ivan Van Sertima. Dr. Ivan Van Sertima was speaking at Georgetown Law School. He had just previously published They Came Before Columbus, the African Presence in America. And it was during that lecture that Van Sertima documented the pre-Columbian presence of Africans from the Nile Valley who had built ships, navigated the Nile River, Mediterranean Sea, and made numerous journeys to the Americas, principally in Mexico, where they brought their cargo of knowledge, astronomy, architecture, engineering, and agriculture, and influenced, helped to jumpstart civilization in the Americas, and that they were known to these ancient people as the Olmecs. And there were at least 20 large heads of these stone-carved heads of these Africans that were placed on ceremonial temples and mounds throughout Mexico. And what really blew my mind was when Van Sertima said that these Africans who had come to Mexico from the Nile Valley were from Egypt, and they were black. They were from Kush, and they were black. And this was the first time in my life I had ever heard anyone say this, because everything that I had read, everything that I had seen in television, everything that I had learned in every school that I had attended, even though they were predominantly black schools, taught just the reverse. So my mind was blown upon hearing Dr. Van Sertima's lecture, and that prompted me to begin to revisit everything that I had learned. And I discovered what I referred to as forbidden knowledge. Historical information, which has been intentionally withheld from certain populations in order to influence how they see themselves, how they see the world, and how they interact with others. So it was my interest in learning this forbidden history that prompted my travels to Egypt, that prompted my my writing, my interest in studying this information. And another major turning point in my life was in September of 1984, when Ivan Van Sertima, along with Charles French and Asa Hilliard, sponsored the Nile Valley Conference at Morehouse College.
Right.
And that 4-day event cemented to me the power of knowledge. And the interesting thing about this gathering was that it featured not just African scholars and African American scholars, but European scholars who also understood that the historical knowledge of the past had been fragmented and had been erroneously presented as historical truths. So beginning to become aware of the fact that whoever controls your knowledge of the past controls your conception of yourself in the present has really framed everything that I've done. So the work that I've done, the writings that I've done, the study tours that I've done are all designed to introduce people to historical information that it may not have been a part of their formal educational process, but information that is critical to their ability to determine who they are and how they can move into the world and through the world and better interact with others.
Hotep, everybody. This is Michael Imhotep, founder of the African History Network and host of the African History Network show. Join me Sundays, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the African History Network show, which broadcasts on our social media platforms and on blogtalkradio.com. Visit our website, TheAfricanHistoryNetwork.com, for more information. Follow us on social media and Michael Imhotep, Imhotep, on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Also follow our Facebook fan page, The African History Network, The African History Network, where we have 1 million followers on Facebook. And also follow me on Threads at TheAHNShow, TheAHNShow on Threads. If you want me to speak at your next event, or if you want to interview me on your show, email me at AHNShow, SHOW, AHNShow at TheAfricanHistoryNetwork.com, or visit our website, TheAfricanHistoryNetwork.com. You can email me right through the website. Click on Contact. Also at our website, be sure to register for the 12-week online history classes I teach on Saturdays and Sundays. Saturdays is Ancient Kemet, the Moors, and the Ma'afa, understanding the transatlantic slave trade, what they didn't teach you in school. Sundays, it's Black resistance movements from the Haitian Revolution, U.S. Civil War, Civil Rights Movement, and Black Power Movement. We do those classes Saturdays and Sundays, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do the sessions live. All the sessions are archived and recorded. You can go back and watch it anytime, even after the 12-week online course is over with. If you want to support us through Cash App or PayPal, we have the information right on the homepage of our website, TheAfricanHistoryNetwork.com. $ TheAHNShow, SHOW, through Cash App. When you go to our Cash App account, it will say Michael. It may show my picture there. And then through PayPal, paypal.me/TheAHNShow. Remember, right knowledge corrects wrong behavior. It's not over till we win. Wakanda forever.